Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to a 16th Christmas update from Gals Wellbeing. So here we go again, we're going to bring you another Christmas update. We're up to update number 16 now, and I shall get on for you in a moment. So we're going to once again look at the CFS V212Z. We'll also be having a look at the extended GFS control room, and we'll see what both of those two models have got to say for the Christmas to New Year period. It's getting ever closer now. Of course, it's like couple of weeks, like 2.5 weeks away, isn't it? Something like that. So it's very, very close now to the extended GFS timeframe. Couple more updates, and then we will start using the GFS exclusive, and that will be the final sort of countdown over the last couple of weeks as we move into the Christmas to New Year period. So it's been an interesting season of Christmas updates. It's been a very, very mild season of Christmas updates. Nearly all of them, with one or two exceptions, have been showing mild weather, sometimes exceptionally mild weather for Christmas. Has definitely been the trend throughout this season of Christmas updates. Maybe it will be a very mild Christmas. We will be starting to pin down the detail on that for too much longer, so we shall see. But we're going to find out what the 16th Christmas update has to say for you in a second. Just saying about the first video, it's saves our 7 AM upload, and we've also released the EC 30-day look ahead for UK and the rest of Europe as well. If that was another 10 to 14 day with all of regular features, we'll finish off with this Christmas update. So please like, share, subscribe on all our videos, check them out if you've got time, and thank you so much everyone for doing that. Thank you so much to Richard for the amazing Christmas updates gift. Thanks Richard for the gift. I love this year's Christmas updates gift, as always. So thank you so much to Richard for our Christmas updates gift. Unbelievable, lovely. It certainly gets you in the mood for Christmas, doesn't it? Right, so we're going to be using the CFS V212Z. As always, the CFS is run 4 times a day, so we could choose any before, but we always try and use the same one, which historically, for no reason at all, is the 12Z. Other than that, is the one we've always tended to use. Should not make any difference which run you use before, but if you're making like a comparison to past updates, and it is useful if you can try and use the same run all of the time. So using CFS V212Z from Veta, and we shall have a look at that right now. So here we go, man. We're beginning now on the 18th of December, just a week before Christmas. As we're getting closer to Christmas, the time frame is narrowing, of course. So here we go then. This is how the CFS V212Z generated 12Z, big day yesterday on Monday the 6th of December, is looking. Starting off on Saturday the 18th of December. High pressure over to the eastern country, bringing in this easterly wind. It's probably quite mild aloft, but that could be chilly with overnight frost and fog. It would be pretty dry. 19th to the 20th of December keeps anticyclonic influences going. High pressure very much close to the country. Winds are coming in from the east now. They're not particularly cold easters. If you have a look at the upper air temperatures, it's definitely chilly. There would be frost and fog, but we're not talking about a beast from the east here. But a nice seasonal feel anyway. Frost and fog, that sort of thing, definitely. 21st of December, again, is dominated by high pressure. It's centred over southern Scandinavia, like Denmark, up to southern Sweden and into southern Norway. The region extending through the country, so once again, mostly dry, probably quite cold, frost, overnight fog, that sort of thing. That's the 22nd of December. We keep this anticyclonic influence going. High pressure centre pretty much over the top of the country now. Still bringing in the wind from an east or a northeasterly direction. Actually, we have generated our own little cold pool here. We're within the -5 Celsius isotherm. So it might even be cold enough for a few wintry showers with this eastern wind around these eastern coasts. So that's Christmas Eve. Looking quite cold and anticyclonic again. High pressure centred over Scotland. We're still bringing in the wind from the east across England and across Wales as well. Prayer temperature's a little bit higher, but I mean it's anticyclonic, so you'd be expecting like frost and fog with that. Probably some wintry showers pushing east to west across the southern half of the country anyway. That's Christmas Eve, so still looking pretty cold and mostly dry on Christmas Eve. High pressure still in the ascendancy here. Winds have gone a little bit more southeasterly, but the air's still coming in off the continent. It would be cold. I would expect there would be plenty of frost and fog With that, this is Christmas Day, the high pressure beginning to reform to the north of Scotland, so it just keeps things generally dry, cold, and anticyclonic, I would have thought. The upper air temperatures have lifted up quite a bit, but the surface temperatures still look pretty cold there. I think the surface temperatures are pegged right back, and it would be a cold, mostly dry Christmas Day, and you would be expecting plenty of frost and fog to be in with that as well. The high pressure begin to inch its way towards Scandinavia again on Box. So cold Christmas this week. We haven't had many of those, albeit anticyclonic, not snowy, but a cold seasonal feel Christmas. Boxing Day sees the high pressure beginning to inch its way back to Scandinavia, still bringing in this wind from the east to south. It's getting not a particularly cold wind, but it would be cold and frosty seasonal feeling. So the upper air temperatures look, they're not particularly cold, but on the surface, after this high pressure gone on for like a week, we would be cold. That's the 27th of December, so this is Bank Holiday Day, of course. Still generally sort of anticyclonic type influences, keeping things mostly dry, cold. Probably increasing fog, I would have thought, as we go beyond Christmas. Ridge still continues into 28th of December as well. We try and push the Atlantic through, though, on the 29th. So this is a bit of a change. We start to bring some milder, wetter, windy weather into the north and the west, so on the 29th of December. That's a little bit of an interruption to the cold weather. But then the high pressure sort of comes back as soon as we push that trough through on the 30th of December. So we move up towards New Year now. As soon as we push that through, we start to get this ridge going out to our northwest. That starts to turn wind into the north. So it becomes colder again, potentially, as we go up towards the New Year, maybe with wintry showers into the north and the east. High pressure back in over top of the country again on New Year's Eve. Not a particularly exciting period this, I have to say, but it would be nice and seasonal. Most of the days under these high pressure areas would be cold. So New Year's Eve is cold and dry with frost and fog. New Year's Day also under high pressure, which is trying to reach Scandinavia again, mostly dry and cold with frost and fog. Will be plenty of frost, undoubtedly. Now, just beyond New Year's Day, so this is 2nd of January, the high pressure is like over southern Scandinavia, and that's having go, getting the wind into the east properly. So, have got a bit of a cold pool sitting to our east. That could be starting to introduce some snow showers into more southern and eastern parts of the country. Those easy winds continue into the 3rd of January as well. This is quite a cold Christmas update, I have to say, from the CFS today. This is probably about the coldest we've had, or one of them. Anyway, we haven't had many, but have been cold, although not particularly dramatically so, and hardly any snow with this. You know, day after day after day with night after night after night with lots of frost and subdued temperatures, we would be, you know, by this point, pretty cold, I think. That's the 4th of January. Again, sort of bringing in quite a cold easterly, the coldest of the areas over France with that, but we are tapping into some of that cold air, actually. And then I'll just run you on beyond that. So we just keep a lot of high pressure going, and it remains cold with winds kind of in from an east or northeasterly direction as well. This gets us right way into the 2nd week of January, where it's still looking mostly anticyclonic, mostly dry and cold. Now, a little bit of a change, like into the middle of January, we begin to go milder, bringing in the winds from the west and from the southwest, although maybe not for long. It looks as though another one of these cold ridges is going to get going again as we get on into the 3rd week of January. We shall not go any further than that because we are well beyond Christmas. So a cold, frosty, seasonable feel for Christmas from this Christmas update. And then we'll just have a look at the GFS control run, extended control run, as well. If you enjoyed this Christmas update, then please can you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for doing that. And drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. We are grinding ever closer to 13,000 subscribers. So please give us a sub. We're going to give away an Amazon voucher for 13k. And talking of Christmas, it would be nice if we could give away that Amazon voucher before Christmas. Let somebody do a bit of Christmas shopping via Gaz Weathervids with our Amazon voucher. But of course, we've got to get to 13k before we can do that. So please give us a sub. Tell your friends, family, subscribe as well. Thank you so much. Right, GFS control run extended. Looks like that. Again, starting on the 18th of December. Got a trough of low pressure within like an area of high pressure. So that looks quite bizarre. That trough will quickly get out of the way. And we're under high pressure by the 20th. So mainly dry by the 20th of December. Cold and frosty by that point. Moving up towards Christmas, I think it's going to break down the ridge and turn milder. So this is 22nd December, milder with southwest winds into Scotland and Northern Ireland, mainly dry, cold and frosty for England and Wales. That's the 23rd of December to 24th. Actually, the high pressure is re-strengthening, so this one also looking quite anticyclonic and maybe cold and frosty as well as this ridge sort of builds in from the east. The ridge is sent a very long way east. The ridge is like over Ukraine and the Black Sea, but its extent over high, I should say. Centre of the high is over Ukraine into Black Sea, but it's sort of extending the ridge right the way over to the west of Europe. The upshot is it's mostly dry, but would be cold, and there would likely be frost and fog as well. That's Christmas Day, so some low pressure to the southwest, trying to bring some rain in towards the far southwest, probably damp, drizzly, misty, murky weather. Otherwise, mostly dry, with the ridge of high pressure continuing. And again, you would expect frost and fog with that ridge of high pressure. That's a very bizarre looking chart. So both CFS and GFS extended control are in agreement for like a frosty and mostly dry Christmas Day for this update. That's Boxing Day, which does look rather a bizarre chart. So the ridge is beginning to weaken. Looks like some sort of trough is starting to develop. So probably just showery outbreaks of rain and maybe a lot of mist and murk developing then. 27th, the Atlantic starts to come back, so we begin to push lower pressure in from off the Atlantic, turning more unsettled and milder between Christmas and the New Year too. And then we get towards the New Year and we look like that. So again, a lot of high pressure influences, not overly unsettled, but there is some rain around at times. The difference with the GFS extended control run for this update is that it is milder, with wind always more off the Atlantic, whereas the CFS was bringing the wind in most of the time from the east, from off the continent. So consequently, the CFS was tending to be colder around Christmas and New Year, as the GFS is milder. And that's as far as we go to with the GFS extended control run. So basically anticyclonic and pretty mild up to the 10th of January. But interestingly, both of them were quite cold and frosty and dry for Christmas Day. So they're both kind of in agreement for that. Right, okay, so that is the 16th Christmas update done. I'll begin to make progress towards something a little bit more seasonable and colder for Christmas. I wonder, getting a little bit closer now to the Christmas period, and maybe we're beginning to see a little bit of a shift occurring. Something rather more seasonable. But we shall see. We've still got, quite a way to go. Update number 17 will be coming up for you on Thursday. So the next instalment of the Christmas Countdown will be on Thursday, and we shall see. We shall see then what these models have got to say. As I say, the actual Christmas period is now starting to home into view of the GFS operational run, so it's not going to be too much on for around update 18. I think we shall start having a look at the GFS operational run, and we'll see what that's got to say as we count down the final sort of countdown, if you like, final countdown to Christmas for update number 18. That will be on Saturday, of course. Right, okay, so that's your 16th Christmas update. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for doing that. And let us know in the comments what you think. Share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. And for the 16th Christmas update, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.